This is Paul Stevens with Cottage Craft Works. Today I want to go more in depth on sharpening your reel mower. This just happens to be a Mascot mower, but they all operate basically the same. We sell the Mascot and the Clipper as our two main sellers. Different widths, but it's all the same, very same mower. I do encourage you to watch our other video where I talk about taking it out of the box, assembling it, and then adjusting it and doing seasonal maintenance on it. Today we want to talk about actually backlapping it to sharpen it. The backlapping is a good touch-up to do between seasons, or depending on how much you use it, maybe a couple seasons. At some point you'll have to have this professionally sharpened. So the backlapping kit that we sell, that it's made by Mascot, it's for power or push reel mowers, and we're demonstrating the push reel mower. It comes with plenty of lapping material to do several sharpenings, because you only use a little bit of this at a time, but it comes with 3. It's an 80 grip lapping material. You have the option of buying it with a hand crank or a drill model, and we'll go into this in a little bit. But these notches are made to go onto the cutting blade shaft and go over the pawl. We also make one in a drill model to where you can offer that. You don't get all 3 attachments, but specifically to the one that you want that will go onto electric drill. There is an all other to where you have a set screw and an Allen wrench, and you can screw it directly down on this without the pawl in it. So we'll start with where we usually start, and that's taking off the wheel to get to this shaft. And right now I have this set moved away. The cutting bar is moved away from the reel so that we can see it's going freely. So we're using a number 14 metric. Remember, this is an imported mower, so it uses a metric. And we're turning this clockwise opposite to move this blade down closer. And we're just doing it in little segments on even. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of resistance there. I can hear it on this side. Okay. Now the problem with reel mowers is that these get adjusted either in the wrong direction, or we forget where we're at when we're adjusting it on each side. So that then moves one side in closer, and that's where you get a coning in the blade, meaning that this is rubbing more closer. So one of the items that I have found, a caliper, and I'm not using it for any specific measurement. I'm just using it to guide the distance so that I'm equal on each side. Just to where we can hear it clicking. Okay, that's pretty equal. So we're ready to start the backlapping process. Now, keep in mind, as the mower is going this way, the blades are turning towards you. Backlapping runs the blades in reverse. So we'll cut here in a little bit because we're going to put some plastic up in items so that we don't do a lot of splatter on our walls. But let's talk about getting to the place where you can do this, reach this shaft. I've taken off the hubcap already, and then this little spring washer, and as I mentioned before, you want to do this on a pavement or a concrete floor, because if you try to do this out on grass or gravel, that little thing will spring off and get lost on you. And then you take this washer off. In our maintenance video, we talk about cleaning the old grass out using a brush. But we want to get into this gear. And along with the kit is a snap ring pliers. And if you look in here, you'll see a snap ring. To put that in, carefully lift this off and set it down. And then we want to carefully pull this gear off until you can see where the pawl's at. Okay, so the pawl is right here, and we want to turn this so that's not going to fall out on us. Okay, just like that. Same procedure if you were going to replace the pawl, and then keep in mind this rounded edge is going to be facing you on each time, because if you get this turned around, it's not going to work because it rotates inside your gear and it operates much like a ratchet wrench. So when you are pulling the mower back, it's pulling freely, and then when you're pushing the mower, it locks in and then spins your reel. It also acts as a differential like on a car, so when you're turning corners, one wheel is spinning freely and the other one is engaged. The hand crank option, it fits on to this pole, and then remember we were spinning the blade toward us as it's operating, and this time we'll be spinning the blade away from us. Same principle if we were using the drill. See how that pawl could fall out on you there? Same principle, except you're turning your drill at a slow speed. You don't want to go real fast on it. And then all other models, you can put this on and then tighten this down with the set screw and spin it that way with the drill. Okay, so we're putting our lapping compound on, and we want to do it evenly on all the blades. Again, we're getting it even on all the blades. You can hear the grit taking a hold. Make sure you get it all the way to the ends. hear that, you'll be able to hear that the sound changes. It's very gritty right now. You can tell it's running smoother now. Same principle using the drill. Make sure your pawl stays straight across and not up and down. Not real fast. Then the other is to basically wipe off the grit, because real mowers do not do well with water. Now we could take this out and wash it off, but if you did, I would suggest taking a blower and blowing it out and drying it real quick. Because what happens is you got bare metal, and wherever that touches is going to rust. So you got a rust spot here. If you turn a little bit more, you'll have a rust spot down here. Blades are sharp. Always use gloves and stay away from them. But we're just going to wipe off the excess here. Now we're going to put everything back together as the way we found it. Pawl fell out again. So remember, the curvature is facing me. So we'll put it back in there. We'll keep it up at that level here. And normally you'd add grease, but that has plenty of grease on it. So we're not going to add any grease this time around. But we're going to put that on there. Okay. There, our wheel is all nice and cleaned out. There's still just a little bit of grass there. Take that out. Add a little grease in here if you need to. The washer. Now the secret I have found about putting that on is to use a wood block. So that pops in there just like that. And then your hubcap goes on. Okay, so again, the ultimate test is to see the paper cut trick. So you can do this to see where you're adjusted on your mower. But an ideal sharpen will cut your paper straight across each time. I'm going to just do a little bit more adjusting on that, because if you notice, it wasn't quite cutting that side. So again, we're going clockwise. No. So we're going clockwise, and we're just doing a little bit. Oh, good. Good. Perfect. Okay, so we've successfully sharpened our mower and we're ready to go cut some grass. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Watch our first video on adjusting, and it will all come together for you. Thank you.